North Carolina is cleaning up from the worst flooding ever on record for the state. More than 100 people are dead from Helene, a number that's still expected to rise. Hundreds more are missing, and roughly 2.1 million customers are without power across the region.
These are some of the dramatic images we're seeing here in the Asheville area after Tropical Storm Helene wreaked havoc in this region. Neighborhoods and businesses completely underwater.
The water levels in some spots are as high as street signs. Tree branches, logs, dumpsters floating absolutely everywhere.
At the end of September in 2024, we expected a storm to hit. We got several inches of rain, but we could have never expected what we actually got. The damage was significant, the loss of life was significant.
Helene seems like a fever dream. It was so wild. For me and my wife specifically, we live outside of town, and we went days without cell service, and as soon as we start seeing images of what had happened, the River Arts District's just gone. Biltmore Village is just gone. As soon as we were able to make it into town, Redeemer had tables set up out front by Haywood Road, giving out supplies to people.
Our immediate response was we kind of became the grocery store to our neighborhood, and people came from everywhere. It became a gathering point, and eventually we were serving 1,000 meals a day out of our church to our neighbors.
Gosh dang it, I think we can save this thing. This has been my livelihood for 5 years. This is where I work. This is where I am every day. This is where I make my paintings. This is where my heart lives. And it's devastated.
Helene decimated the River Arts District. There are a lot of artists that lost everything.
80% of the studios were destroyed. We did a lot of relief in various areas, but one specific way that we wanted to respond was to the arts community. Eikon was born really out of a response to the storm. Thanks to some grants, some funding that we got from CREO, we were able to secure a place where we could host 4 artists. They all lost their studios in the storm, and also gallery space to be able to show and celebrate and to sell their work and other people's work as well.
Eikon is a redemptive presence to a very specific community. Because it's such a niche group of people, we can really, really be a redemptive presence. One of the resident artists here, he's always had this saying that wherever you go, spread love and spread it thick. And he said, you guys are doing that here.
This painting is mine. I finished it by candlelight in the days after Hurricane Helene hit Asheville. I started it before that, not knowing the things that we would be going through in the relationship of the crossing of the Red Sea. I wanted to capture the fear, but also the care for one another as they walk through surrounded by walls of water. As I contemplated this story in the midst of our circumstances, was super meaningful. I think that Christianity and the arts are sort of inseparable. Unfortunately, the onlooking world thinks the church either doesn't care about the arts or it's somehow kitsch or superficial. Yet, I think it's at the heart of our identity and something that we need to reclaim. The initial desire was to start something that would benefit those who lost their studios. But our desire for this is that it would communicate more than just, hey, we care, but that beauty matters. Truth and goodness always seem to take the lead roles, but beauty can be a doorway into right belief and morality.